Well, the National Enquirer's parent company facing new allegations this morning.
Yeah, more big names are now accusing AMI of making threats and attempts at intimidation. ABC's Lana Zach is in Washington with that story. Lana, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Following the bombshell extortion allegations by Amazon founder and Washington Post owner Jeff Bezos, more people are now coming forward to claim that they were harassed or intimidated by the National Enquirer and its parent company, AMI. This morning, there are more allegations against the National Enquirer, known for its eye-popping headlines and scandalous scoops over the years, and its publisher, AMI, run by David Pecker, a longtime friend and ally of President Trump. Investigative journalist Ronan Farrow alleges that while he was looking into the National Enquirer's relationship with the president, he received similar threats to what Bezos outlines in this blog post. Ronan claims AMI urged him to stop digging or we'll ruin you. And actor Terry Crews alleges that after this interview with GMA, where he claimed he was sexually assaulted by a high-level agent, another AMI publication, Radar Online, threatened him with a false story about prostitutes, even allegedly creating fake receipts. He claimed they backed off after he called their bluff.
This is big trouble. I think AMI is panicking.
Federal prosecutors are trying to determine if the tabloid company violated its immunity deal made after feds looked into possible campaign finance violations that involve the tabloid killing stories potentially damaging to Donald Trump before the election. As a condition of immunity, AMI was required to commit no crimes whatsoever for 3 years. But that's now in question after allegations that AMI attempted to extort and blackmail Bezos by threatening to release compromising photos and texts between the billionaire and his alleged mistress, Lauren Sanchez. According to Bezos, AMI demanded he back off from his investigation of the tabloid and issue what Bezos called a false public statement about AMI's political motivation. Now, for their part, AMI says that they acted lawfully and in what they called good faith negotiations with Bezos. But regarding the other allegations, AMI has not responded to our repeated inquiries. Dan?
Yeah, well, we may hear more from them this morning. Let's bring in, Lana, thank you very much. Let's bring in our chief anchor, George Stephanopoulos. So you have the attorney. Yes,
morning, yes.
George will make sure, because you have the attorney for David Pecker, who's the CEO of AMI, on the show this morning. So we just heard the legal analyst in Lana's piece say that she thinks that AMI must be panicking right now. How grave a situation is this for Pecker and AMI? And do you think there are consequences for the president as well?
Well, that's a big question. There's so many different things tangled up in this. David Pecker is a friend of the president, longtime friend of the president, but is also, of course, cooperating against him in that campaign finance case in the Southern District. The National Enquirer has taken back stories about the president's buried stories about President Trump, yet they go after Jeff Bezos. Of course, Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post, which has also been tough on the president. You have these ties to Saudi Arabia as well. So there's so much tangled up in this story. Right now, I mean, what Bezos is alleging is, you see it right there, extortion, blackmail. Whether it meets the legal standard is one question. Whether it will threaten the cooperation agreement that David Pecker has with the Southern District is the second question. And then you have the whole question of whether it's proper journalistic practice to offer to bury a story in return for something of value, a public statement from Jeff Bezos.
I think we can answer that question. Not proper journalistic practice, at the very least. I don't know about the law here. So let's loop back for a second, though, to the big story out of Virginia, this ongoing story. We were talking about it last weekend. We're still talking about it now. I suspect we will be for a while. So the New York Times this morning has an article that highlights what appears to be the real dilemma for Democrats in Virginia. We may now be about to see a governor, a white governor accused of racism who could survive, but a black lieutenant governor accused of sexual assault who may be about to be impeached.
Right. I mean, and you've got the attorney general wrapped up in this
also white.
Well. Also white. Now, there is a difference between wearing blackface, I suppose, and also being accused of, in some cases, sexual assault, even rape by women. People are going to have to investigate, and that's what the lieutenant governor is calling for, an investigation of whether these allegations are true. But in the short run, all three officials, the top three Democratic officials in the state, are hunkering down, digging in, determined to stay. Whether they'll be able to stay is a separate question. But for right now, it almost seems like there's safety in numbers for them.
Yep. Ralph Northam certainly looks like he's digging in for sure. George Stephanopoulos, thank you very much.
You.
Always a pleasure to see you on a Sunday morning. I want to remind everybody, George has a big show this morning. He's going to have that exclusive interview with the lawyer representing AMI's CEO, David Pecker, plus the Powerhouse Roundtable. It's all coming up on This Week later this morning right here on ABC. George, thank you again.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you later.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.